Hi everyone, how are you? We are going to be talking a little bit about the elements of fire today, as well as doing a meditation. So just get yourself comfortable if you're going to be doing the meditation with me. And again, it'll be, hold on one second. It's not going to be all just a meditation, because I have a couple things, of course, that I want to go over as well too. That's perfect. I just don't want it too close to me. So again, like always, if you're here, if you're on, please say hi. Please tell me any questions that you may have. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you for the hearts. Any questions you may have with working with fire, any type of anything you really want to share, anything that you're drawn to share right now is fine. Okay, so just put it in the comments and I will get to them. It kind of depends on how this ends up flowing, you know, because it is just guided. Like I said, I have nothing planned for this. And in fact, it's funny because I had made a mistake with the event schedule, and this was actually supposed to be Earth, because that's how I would have preferred to do my series, Earth, Fire, Air, Water. But it's how it happens, and it's perfect because we just had Beltane. So Beltane, fire, so it all just worked out the way it was supposed to. So I'm actually very happy about that. So just giving me a minute, and like I said, just get comfortable. Grab a journal at the very least, okay, if you don't already have one with you. It's another absolutely beautiful day out there today. So I'm so happy that the weather has changed. Oh, and I brought my pyramid home. So this is my pyramid. A lot of you that have worked with me in person at my office or have watched my previous videos from a long time ago, you'll know that I have worked with this copper pyramid quite a bit. And they're very powerful for healing. So it's really wonderful to have that here and to be able to use it again. Really love the pyramids, really love the energy of copper. Copper is so powerful. And just give me a second here. A long time ago, you'll know it. All right, perfect. All right, so saying hi to everybody that's on. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Manoj. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi, Heather. All right, cool. All right, so again, working with fire. Going back to what I was saying before, just a couple of minutes ago, Beltane. So if you follow the Sabbats, we just celebrated Beltane, right? It's a fire Sabbat, all right? It's working with those fiery energies. It's working with the solar, the sun, right? What I was drawn to talk about today would be using and just going along with that energy, right? Of using the fire. And originally I was going to say burning things away, and if you feel called to that, please do. But because we're in the waning phase, the waxing phase of the moon, and we're coming up to the full moon, you should be, it would be better for you, it would be more of another powerful layer for you if you were concentrating on putting a fire under something that you want to do. Like, what are you trying to manifest? What are you trying to bring more into your life? Do you need to get yourself going a little bit more? Have you found yourself slacking a little bit? Have you found yourself getting kind of lost in all of that's going on with the pandemic, you know, and which is common for all of us. We're all doing it. I know I struggle all the time as well too. So just going with that. So I would like you to take a minute, and we'll do a meditation with that as well too, okay? I promise we will get to a meditation. But think about something, at least one thing, one area in your life, one area that you're working on, that you can light a fire underneath that you can use all these energies to just really get it going forward, right? All right, so I am going to do a little smudging, so just bear with me. We go get it. So, and if you have anything to smudge with, please get it. That would be a wonderful time for you to do that as well. You can use incense. You could just use just about anything, or you could just use the energy that I'll be sending through as well too. But it's always nice to double up on it if you have it. And I have a fire candle lit over here, which is really nice. And just layering up on everything is always so good. And it makes it a lot of fun too. So using the things that you have, like fiery crystals, I'm using a lot of carnelian. I always love carnelian, right? It's just so good. It's just the passion, the drive, the energy. And I'm also lighting Osha root as well too. And a little bit of mugwort. And honestly, I'm gonna light a little cinquefoil too. I've been really into the cinquefoil lately. So I'm feeling that. And it's really in alignment with everything that's going on, all the energies right now. So I hope everybody is doing well. If this is your element, please tell me. Hey Jill, how are you? Happy that you're here. If fire is your element, sometimes we connect with different things, different elements at different times, right? So fire is a favorite of mine, so a little smudge for you. For me, virtual smudge to everybody. All right, so yeah, fire is a really powerful one for me. It's actually it's my favorite. I really feel like you can tap into, and we're going to talk a little bit about fire first and all the things that I feel drawn to talk about right now. So fire, for me, like I said before, you can use it to burn away things, right? You can tap into that powerful energy to burn away, you know, what no longer serves you. You can even, when you're writing out things that you're trying to work past, work through, you can do a lot of journaling with that too, and a lot of people like to do that to release. So they'll write it all out, and then they'll use it, they'll burn it to release it, right? And that's good to do on the full moon, and especially good to do the day after the full moon, all right? So you're still in that full moon energy, but you're more on the waning side, right? So releasing side. So it's all intention, all the layers that you put into it, it matters. And like I said too, it's fun. It makes it fun, and it really makes it a lot more powerful. So if I had a pen, that'd be awesome. Sorry, I really need one right now. But anyway, and then if you have the jewelry. So I'm working with carnelian, like I said, and garnet today. All right, because we're working with fire. Okay, so remembering all those things to do. Let's see. I do also want to suggest if you have a candle, all right, so you can have any type of candle. This is a fire candle. It's a fire smell candle, which is wonderful. You can actually use the flame of the candle to use to gaze into, to connect with that energy, all right? You can use it to stimulate your third eye, okay, for really developing your third eye. And you can also use it to really put yourself into a better state of meditation just by staring at the flame, or you can stand off to the side of the flame, and it will help you quiet the mind. So if you're having trouble with quieting your mind, that's a wonderful tool. Again, it's a great tool to activate that third eye. And then after you've stared at it for a little bit, and it's actually better if you have one that's coming out, that's in a jar, but if you have one that you can look at more easily, that's better, okay? And you'll actually, after you've stared at it for a few minutes, you'll actually have that imprint of it, that visual of it when you close your eyes. And you can use it that way as well too. So it's kind of like practicing seeing with your third eye, okay? While your eyes are closed. All right, so really cool things. Everything's neat to work with when it calls to you, just to listen to it and try new things, right? All right. So we're gonna start. I gotta grab a pen, sorry. It's one of those days. I'd also like to suggest, and I was just given this while I got up, so when I'm thinking of fire as well too, and all the passion and everything and the drive and everything that comes in with fire, it reminds me of the sacral chakra. Okay, so the sacral chakra is located right underneath your navel. Okay, it's the color orange, and that's where all your passion is. That's your drive, that's your sensuality, that's your creativity, all the things that really you can associate with fire, right? And it's the color orange. So tying into everything, carnelian again, tying into that chakra. So you see how all the layers come up. So I really suggest if you have something, like I was saying before, something that you're working towards, something that you're hoping to bring in, this would be a great time to work with all those layers, okay? Using the fire even to come in and thinking about that chakra, thinking about activating that chakra, okay? If you find that maybe you're not as creative as usual, maybe you're not as sensual as usual, maybe you're not as active with your drive in any regard as usual, you want to really work, with these things. Work with doing some, if you're into yoga, that's fantastic. You probably already know the things that you can do to start to get movement there. Otherwise, you can just do some simple bends, right? So you can do just a forward fold where you're standing up and then you just bend over, right? You can do that in a chair, okay? If you're prone to getting dizzy. Just activating this area, right? Even just doing some simple twists. Twists are wonderful. And always breathing and concentrating on the area that you're trying to activate, okay? So just breathing into it and thinking about what you need to work on. Saying that, like, if I need to be more creative, right? So I would do a simple twist, thinking about that chakra, the sacral chakra, and breathing into the chakra, okay? And picturing it moving, And I will be doing a series on the chakras as well too after I get through the elements, right? And we'll get a lot more into that. But it really does help, right? Just being mindful of it helps. Doing the movements, make sure you do it on both sides. Getting this area, loosening it up, even a gentle massage on that area as well too. Moving your body, all right? It's all energy, everything's energy. And when you're feeling stuck in something, in one thing or another, really tuning into it and doing all the things to get it moving, it's so important. It's a must. It's a must do. You have to do it, right? All right. All right. Hi, Denise. How are you? Glad that you're here. Thank you for joining us. If you have feel free if you want to put anything into the comments. Again, if you're working on anything, when you put that energy out there, it just activates it a lot more. Okay, it's another layer, putting it out there, owning it, right? Owning what you're working on. If not, have your journal and write something, okay? Even right now, I just want you to write something along these lines, all right? Connecting, I am connecting to the element of fire. When you think about connecting to the element of fire, what does that mean to you? What comes forward for you right away? What comes forward to you right away? All right, and that's one of the things that you need right now. So that's something that you need to write down. You don't need to analyze it, just write it down, and you can revisit it after, or you can maybe get even more information while you're doing this meditation, okay? Maybe it's getting your fire going more. Maybe you've been lacking a little bit. Maybe you need to, set your alarm to get up earlier in the morning. Maybe you need to set goals for yourself, all right? Just to get yourself going a little bit more, all right? Because it's easy to get caught up in all the emotions. It's easy to get bogged down. It's easy, and we all go through the things every single day, right? Especially now when we're all going and we're all struggling and we're so limited, right? So what comes to you first? What do you need to work on? What will help change your day? What will help your days be better, right? See what happens, see what comes through. Maybe it's having more love for yourself, more self-care, right? Maybe it's being a little bit more ambitious. Maybe it's setting a goal to clean out something for that day, even if it's just a little tiny thing, right? Maybe it's just journaling. Whatever it is in your field, whatever it is that you can possibly do, right? Just set something for yourself. Let the fire start burning, right? What is it that you want to bring in? Going back to what is it you want to bring in your life, right? What's one thing that you can do starting today that will get you closer to that goal? No matter if it's big or small, there's got to be one thing that you can do today. You can make the commitment today. Even if it's nothing else, you can make the commitment today. You can write it down in your journal, on your piece of paper, whatever you're doing. Maybe you're doing an audio. Commit to it. What are you going to do? What's your first goal? What's your first move? Right? Write it down. Don't worry, this isn't the meditation. I'm not the best at giving meditations, but I will do a little meditation. No worries. I want you to be able to compare your notes from the beginning and your thought process mindset from the beginning as opposed to what comes through afterwards, right? Okay. How about setting goals and not allowing excuses, right? Like for me, for instance, I've been really, really tired lately, so I've been allowing myself to sleep later. And I've been going to bed relatively early. There is no reason why I should be sleeping. And I keep saying to myself and saying to everyone, oh, I'm tired. But I have so much to do, right? So I'm going to hold myself accountable to that, right? Setting my alarm, getting up earlier and getting more done, right? Instead of just saying, oh, I'm tired. No, I'm a Pisces. We like to sleep a lot. But yeah, no. So you guys get the drift. All right, so hopefully you've chosen something. And if not, you can come back to it at any time. Hopefully you have a crystal with you. And if that speaks to you or any of the things that speak to you, right? And then we'll start. I'm actually using my root chakra bowl, and I will be doing on Friday. I will have a full sound clearing. I have to do it the day after the full moon, which is fine because that's releasing. So if you thought of something today that you wanted to release with the fire, as opposed to igniting something, or maybe you thought of both things, you'll definitely want to join me on Friday or watch my Friday video. And it will be great all through the waning phase of the moon anyway. So, great time to release, all right? So just grounding yourself, right? Taking a few deep breaths, let's do that now. And you can go at your own pace. Again, don't do anything that doesn't make you feel comfortable. If you feel too dizzy or anything, just stop doing it, all right? Trust yourself, trust your instincts. Asking your guides to come forward, always. Be with you and guide you. Okay. Perhaps you may want to have your palms facing up. Okay. You're just receiving energy. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. About 4. We'll do about 4, 7, 8. Okay. So a deep breath through the nose, holding it for about 8 seconds, and then or 7 seconds rather, or whatever you can do, and then a deep exhale out the mouth. Okay. Really just emptying yourself and emptying that energy that's not correct for you at this time. Just getting some clean, clear energy in there, right? Do it 4 times and you can go at your own pace. And this is really great for just grounding yourself. It's great for centering yourself, quieting the mind, and it's always great for anxiety too if you're ever feeling anxious, okay? Paying attention to any thoughts or visions that come through during this breath work. And again, going 4 times, and if you need to do more, do more. And if you saw anything while you were doing that, heard anything, felt anything, write it down in your journal so you don't forget. And you can put near it breath work. And that may have some relevance while you go through the meditation, but you definitely want to explore that afterwards, okay? If you got something. Sure. All right, here we go. So just easing into the meditation, letting it guide you. And don't worry, I have a lot of people that analyze, right? If you start drifting off and you can't follow where I'm going visually, or just however it is that you sense it or experience the meditation, the guided meditation, don't worry about it, okay? Go where they're taking you. If you find your mind racing again, maybe revisit the breath work, okay? And then you can always come back to it and try it again if you really want to follow where I'm taking you. But it's okay if they are taking you somewhere else, okay? That's completely fine, all right? So don't worry about that, okay? So just getting comfortable. It's always a good idea. You can lay down while you're doing meditations, but it's a good idea to sit up too so you don't fall asleep, right? If you're trying to do some work, okay, as we are now, all right? So again, root chakra crystal bowl, concentrating on that root chakra, okay? At the end of your tailbone, the color red, this is your foundation, this is grounding, okay? So just grounding yourself. And then I'm going to move up to the, I don't have my sacral here yet, but then we're going to move up to the sacral chakra, okay? Working with that fire energy. You may find yourself wanting to move at this time, and that's perfect, because remember, we're working right now with the root chakra, but we're also trying to stimulate that sacral chakra, working with the fire, your passions, your drive, right? Your sensuality, your creativity, all those things associated with fire, okay? And then again, inviting our guides in to guide us, to lead us. If you have your crystals on, you may want to even hold your crystal, okay? Sunstones, carnelians, anything orangey. All right. You may even want to hold it in your left hand to start really taking in the energy at this time while you're doing the meditation. And as you're sitting here in your space, I want you to get up in your mind's eye and start walking out your door. As you open the door and walk out the door, though, be your room, it may be a different room, but something's changed, something's different. There's a chair there for you. You're invited to come in and sit near it, on it. That's very important. Make a note of that. Are you sitting on it or near it? As you sit down and you gaze over in front of you, you see that there is a fire pit or a container that will be able to hold a fire. What does it look like? Is it stone? Is it metal? Is it just there without a container? Very important. Does it have a container or not? If you're sitting on the floor or on the ground and not in the chair, I want you to gaze over and see if there's anybody sitting in the chair. Who is it? If you see somebody that's there, whether they're alive or past, you may want to ask them if they have a message for you. Paying attention to anything that comes to mind. Thanking them for their presence and thanking them for their message. And if there's nobody there or you're sitting in the chair, that's completely fine too. Remembering always asking why. And you can go back into that through your journaling. These are perfect keynotes. These are perfect journaling prompts that you'll be able to revisit after this. Right now, we're just trying to gather the information. Now I want you to gaze towards the fire. And as I was speaking before about being able to gaze into the fire and see things, I want you to do that now. Asking the fire now, the element of fire, what is it that I need to work on right now? What will help me reach my goals? What will help me live a better life? What is it that I need right now? What is it that I need fire and passion for right now? And if you have a candle, if you're having trouble doing the visual work here during the meditation, open your eyes and use the candle and look at the fire right now. And then giving thanks to the fire, giving thanks for the space, giving thanks to any energy or person or whatever came to you at this time. Remember looking for animal totems or any type of anything and everything is important, okay? And then I want you to take a deep breath, give thanks again, and then you're going to get up and you're going to walk back towards your door. Coming back into your space. Feeling yourself here in your body. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Maybe doing a couple of neck rolls, shoulder shrugs. Loosening yourself up. And bringing yourself back into the room. Now, write everything that you got down in your journal really quick. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute to do that. I'm actually going to do it myself. Okay. Remember who was there. Did you sit in the chair? Did you not? Did you see any animals? What was the message the fire gave to you? the fire gazing gave to you. And you may find you get more while you're writing now, right? Okay. Was the fire in a container? Was it free? If it was in a container, what type of container was it? Was it metal? Was it stone? Okay. What did it look like? How did you feel this whole time? Did you feel any cool breezes? Did you feel the heat from the fire? Did you feel at peace? Did you feel very comfortable? Were you having a lot of trouble just going with the flow? Okay. How did you feel? Okay. And this, and I know this is a super quick meditation, but this is why, right? And hopefully you've had a chance to write down everything down, okay? So now you're going to revisit. You can do it now, okay, while you're comfortable and you're in the element and everything, right? And in the energy, or you can come back to it, right? Now that you know what's going to happen. And you can revisit this as much as you want to. Again, this is a perfect time for this, right? Up until the full moon coming up, or if you happen to watch this much later on or on YouTube or something, you know, just check everything out, all the correspondences, and try to use it accordingly, right? You're going to use those images that you saw, those things that you saw, those things that you felt as journaling prompts, right? That's where you're going to get a lot more information, okay? So that's why I do it quick, all right? I do it quick so you can't think about it. I don't want you to think about it, all right, you analyzers. Because once you start doing that, you're gonna lose it. All right, so I really hope that you had success in grabbing a few little pieces of information here today during this, and if not, do it again. Do it quick. Get the information. You're just fishing. You're just getting information. You don't have to do the deep dive during the meditation, right? That's pretty hard to do, right? And then do the journaling. All right, why did I see so-and-so? What message did they have for me? How did I feel when I saw them, right? Thank you for visiting, right? If that happened, why wasn't I sitting in the chair? Was somebody else sitting in the chair? Why, right? Remember, we're working with fire. So every time you say a why, or you get a question, relate it back to the fire, relate it back to the sacral chakra. That's your creativity, that's your passion, that's your drive, right? The fire is lighting a flame under that area of things that you need to do. So you see how it all ties in together and how powerful it can be when you put it all together, right? Did I see any animals? Let's see. What was the message? Can I get more from that? Was the container a metal container? All right, you could actually research the metaphysical properties of that metal, metaphysical properties of the stone. Was it a free fire? What does that tell you? Okay, was it free or was it contained? All right, so for instance, my fire was contained. That's a huge message right there, right? Was it contained or was it free, right? So big info there, okay? Lots of info there. Don't underestimate the power of these type of meditations, all right? You will get a lot from it. I'm very curious to see if you'd enjoyed it, if you've done it, if you were successful at it. Do it again. I'm telling you, calm your mind down, use the breath work. If you find yourself getting stuck again, and then just keep going forward. Please let me know if you liked it, if you enjoyed it or not, if you had success with it. I'm really curious about journaling with the information that I got as well too. Very excited about that. And yeah, that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's about it. I promised I would keep these nice and short, and I hope you got something from it. And like I said, I'm really curious to see, you know, what you got from it, right? Especially those of you, if you're watching that, I'm going to put this in my shadow group as well too, in my Clairsenses group, because this is perfect. This is a perfect tool to do all the work that we're doing, right? Connecting with your guides. It's a fantastic tool for that. Connecting with shadow, figuring out your shadow. Boom, perfect. Because it's fire, right? Actually, all the elements will tie in with that. So it's very exciting. it doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out process. It doesn't have to be difficult. It can be this simple. Go back and do the journaling, figure it out, right? If anybody does want to join my 2 classes that are still, they're still open. They'll be open for this week until Friday, okay? Up until the full moon, right? The full moon's Thursday, and then Friday, all right? I'm doing the sound clearing. Anyway, I've only gone live once in both of those groups. We started on May 1st, and there's still time to join. I know a few people were contacting me in Messenger, so, you know, get in it if you want to. It's all good. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoy this. It's really powerful. All right, guys, have a great day.